Greetings and welcome, my friends. This is the New Thought Media Network. I am Ken Ludwig, and you are watching the Vibrant Living Hour. Hope this day finds you safe, healthy, and happy, and that you are living your best life, doing whatever it is you're doing. Just feels like the best, like you're enjoying yourself, like you're having a good time, like you're on purpose, like you have purpose, and then everything just feels like it's falling into place. Just having a week. I'm having a week myself. I'm having some interesting thought processes. I put up an idea today. Oh, too funny, of what the show was going to be like and what the subject matter was going to be, and I don't remember what it was. So I'm going to look at the phone here because I put it a certain way on purpose, and it was about where do we go from here? Where do I go from here? You know, it's you're never too old, and you're never too old, and it's never too late. So what's next? And that's kind of, I guess, the theme for where I'm at in the world right now on the 21st of July, 2022. Never too old, it's never too late. And so what's next? Where do I go from here? A little sip of Cbd Infused Coffee, the best in the world. You want some? Let me know. I'll find it for you. Those of you who know, great. I'm 71 years old. Those of you who don't, now you do. I'm 71 years old. I'm actually, what's today? Today's the 21st. I'm actually, as of today, is that today or is it last month? Whatever. I am actually now closer to 72 than I am to 71. I'll be 72 in December. And, you know, I get all kinds of great compliments. By the way, I can see you folks are out there. I can see you're listening. Please make a comment, say hello. Ask me something that you'd like to know more about, whatever it is. I'm here to do whatever I can do to make this entertaining and interesting for you. So I can see there's some of you out there. Let me know that you're out there, where you're listening in from, and what you're listening to. You're listening. I stream this on my personal Facebook page. I stream it on my Coach Ken Facebook page, on my Vibrant Aging, my branded Vibrant Aging Facebook page with my wife Lisa. Wait a minute, hold on. I'm not sure. Okay. I guess I was live, but the StreamYard told me I wasn't live, but obviously there are people watching, so I must be live. Anyway, my Facebook page, my Vibrant Living, my Vibrant Aging Facebook page, my branded Facebook page, my beloved Lisa, my Coach Ken Facebook page, and the New Thought Media Network Facebook page. Also, it's live on YouTube, on my YouTube channel, and on the New Thought Media Network YouTube channel. Let me know where you're watching the show from. That's important to me. I'd like to know where the audience is coming in from, and what you like about the show. What are you doing here? Why do you come to listen to me? And is there something important that you'd like to hear about? So back to the idea here. I'm closer to 72 than I am to 71. And I get lots and lots of compliments from lots of people about, wow, you don't look anywhere near your age. You're in great shape. You take care of yourself, blah, blah, blah. A lot of people know or don't know that I've been sober now for 34 years as of July 5th. I've been sober 34 years. And with sobriety came a new focus on my physical well-being, on my health. And I went back to something that I really hadn't paid any attention to since I was in my teens, which was exercise and weightlifting. That was kind of my new addiction. I moved from fucking cocaine to exercise and my Nordic trek. And it worked for me, you know, and it's kept me in good shape. But also then 18 years ago, I met my beloved Lisa, and she took my whole nutritional thought process, if you will, my mindset to a whole new level of eating more organically, more cleanly, eating more plant-based stuff. And along with some of the companies that I work with that specialize in plant-based nutrition. You would think that was the first time I ever said that. Plant-based nutrition. And then, of course, then moving on to another company now that has, or with another company, and I didn't move on. I just kind of added this other company to my business with the greatest CBD products on the planet. So that's also part of my nutrition intake at this point, because quite honestly, the hemp plant cannabis CBD is the greatest plant medicine and plant nutrition ever. And if you want to know more about that, find me. It's not a subject for the show, but it really is. It's fascinating what this plant does for our system and why it does it for our system, because our system is designed. You are literally designed to ingest hemp and CBD. Interesting, but that's a whole nother workshop, as my friend Barry Ebert would say. So I've struggled all of my life, not all of my life, but my sober life. I've struggled ever since I discovered metaphysics and talking about personal development, self-actualization. I've discovered the idea of purpose. And I have struggled with the idea of purpose because, quite honestly, I'm like, what the hell is my purpose? I think my purpose, I don't know what yours is, and I don't know how you define it, but my purpose is a very fluid thing. My purpose moves day to day. Every single day, I might have a different purpose than I had the day before. I might have a different purpose right now than I did an hour and a half ago. And I don't know the answer. What I do know is that there are things that I love in this life. I love to travel. I love to help people. I love to teach. I love to spread the idea of metaphysics. I think I spoke last week about the idea that I was at a family party on Long Island. My beloved Lisa and I drove from North Carolina to Long Island for the first time. That was really exciting. But my one brother and his wife had a party for their son and daughter-in-law who are expecting a baby in September. And it happened to be my niece and now my nephew and my now niece that I married in 2018. I officiated at their wedding. So we were there and we had this extraordinary time, and it was a lot of fun to be with all these people. And I was talking to another nephew and his wife, and I was talking to a niece, two nieces, and one niece's boyfriend, two separate occasions, about metaphysics. And I was blown away by how much these kids grokked, how much they grasped the ideas of metaphysics, how much they grabbed the ideas of the science of mind, the ideas of the oneness of all life, the idea that there is no place where I end and you begin. That everything and anything that we experience in this entire life, everything that we have ever known, will ever know, could possibly know, is just simply the divine in form. It is the overarching creative intelligence in form, or in idea, or in imagination. It is all and only and always God. That's all it is. Now you can call it whatever the hell you want. All right, call it Yahweh. You can call it Spirit, Buddha, Krishna. I like to call it the overarching creative intelligence of the universe. Or I also refer to it as guidance on demand from within. Guidance on demand, just look at those words, G-O-D, guidance on demand, God. So kind of God is almost like my shorthand for that overarching creative intelligence of the universe. But that's all everything is. It just is. It's not a question. It's not something it's not up for debate. Anybody who doesn't think that that's correct just doesn't know. It's really simple. Einstein talked about it. Einstein talked in terms of everything is energy. It's all energy. That's all it is. That energy is volitional. It is creative. It is the overarching creative intelligence of the universe. Period. Off on a tangent, aren't I? Gee, odd. That never happens on this show. But without question, I was having this conversation with these young people, and they really were getting this. And they bought it, and they loved it. And it's so made sense to them over and above any ideas of organized religion, the Judeo-Christian traditions, which, I grew up in. I parted I parted company from the Catholic Church, the original Christians, if you will, over 50 years ago. And I kind of drifted in the wilderness until I discovered metaphysics 30 years ago. Excuse me. And metaphysics has really been the core principle of my life. And the science of mind just kind of took my thoughts around metaphysics, or what I had learned about metaphysics, and took it to a whole nother, more spiritual level, and the idea of God is all there is. Okay. So had this conversation with these young people. That was wonderful. That was all fabulous. That's just part of my purpose as a teacher, as a metaphysician. It's what I want to do in the world. That's part of my purpose. And I hope you're following along with this, because what is your purpose? Is your purpose a single defined thing, idea, philosophy that you can chart from day to day, every single day. It's the same. It's always you. That's who you are. This is your purpose. This is what you're always going to do. I don't buy that. I think each and every one of us goes from one purpose to another purpose to another purpose, and then maybe that, and switching back and forth from one to another all day, every day, every minute of every day. And maybe that helps for me, maybe just me to feel better about the idea that I've never been able to define my purpose. My purpose now is, my purpose is very, very broad. It's a huge idea, if you will. My purpose is to be a beneficial presence on the planet. And that means doing whatever it takes to feel that, to embrace that, to know in my heart of hearts that this day and every day I am a beneficial presence. That what I do facilitates good in the world. Facilitates good in the world. I like that, actually. That's a great expression. It's a great way to put it. That's me. That's who I am. I am here to facilitate good in the world, a beneficial presence each and every single day. So I go back to, I've struggled with that idea of presence, of purpose all my life. Another sip of my CBD Infused Coffee. Once again, if you want to know more, just ask. It's really cool that I can drink this in the afternoon. It doesn't keep me awake at night. It's really good, but it does make you feel kind of energized and alive and awake. It's very cool. Anyway, so, by the way, I can see you folks are out there. Please make a comment. Say hi. Ask a question. Whatever it is you want to know. And I want you to know, I described this earlier in the show. I stream this live on 6 different places. 2 YouTube channels, 4 Facebook pages. And I don't always get all of the comments from everywhere here on StreamYard. Now, if you wanted to make comments and you wanted to, excuse me, and you wanted to participate more on the show, I know without question or doubt, if you went to New Thought Media Network, I would see your comments. And if you watch the show there on their Facebook page. Excuse me, but I'm also pretty sure if you went to my Facebook page, Ken Ludwig, you can comment or say something or whatever. Put a smiley face up there. I'd love to know where you're at, where you're actually sitting listening to the show. Are you sitting in your car with your phone? Or are you at the library? You're at home? You're at work? What are you doing? Where are you watching me? Anyway, back to this idea of purpose. So my purpose has seemed to be, as I have gotten older, I was in fundraising for many, many years. And I made a lot of money. I did really, really well in fundraising. But due to a whole series of circumstances, that kind of all just went away. And I kind of made it go away. I walked away from it. And again, I walked away from a lot of money. At the time, though, I was involved in a network marketing program, a brand new network marketing company that was the brainchild and the design of a dear friend of mine who is a world-class nutritionist and herbalist and spiritual person who's my brother from another mother, if you will. And we got involved, my beloved Lisa and I got involved in his new company, and it was really going. We were making money and everything was cool. So I didn't feel too bad about walking away from that, from the fundraising. But the fundraising was always about making money. Like I said, I made a lot of money doing it. I raised a lot of money for a couple of different charities, but I made a lot of money in the process of doing that. And I helped some other people make some money as well. But the only purpose I had in doing that was making the money. And I think as time has gone by, my purpose has been making money. Now, I have been involved as an entrepreneur in the network marketing world for many, many years. I always swore I was never going to get involved again. In 2000, I dabbled in it. In 2005 or 6 is when I got involved with my friend. And I've been involved pretty much since then. I've had a couple of really great, successful excursions with different companies. I've done okay. I've managed to stay alive. I've managed to stay afloat. The good news is I haven't had a job in 17 years. That's a really good thing as far as I'm concerned. I've been able to work my own hours, my own time, my own space. And when you deal in the affiliate network marketing space, you really get to decide who you're going to work with and who you're going to be involved with. So that's a huge advantage for me. But once again, the purpose was always making money. And little by little, that became the focus of my life. Now, in 2011, I believe it was 2011, I started writing a book. And I would get up every single morning at 4:30 in the morning, and I would do my meditation first, and then I would write. And I only had one goal. The goal was to write 1,500 words every single day. Every time I sat down in front of the computer, I would write 1,500 words. Hi, Cindy. Good to see you. And you're home in Las Vegas. I didn't know you lived in Las Vegas anyway, actually. But thanks for joining me. So there's one person making a comment. I love it. I can see there's more of you out there. Please make a comment. Let me know where you're coming in from. So anyway, so I started writing this book. 1,500 words a day was the goal. And I really never, ever missed 1,500. A few days, once in a while, I'd write 2,500 words. And it was a great story. It was a great book. And at one point, I had 45,000 words. Now, a lot of books are done at 45,000 words, but I had 45,000 words written. It's on a hard drive. I just dragged the hard drive out a couple of weeks ago. I'm starting to revisit that book, but I put the book aside, and I put it aside for one reason only, to make money. Wow. So many people have told me over my life, and probably more than anyone, my beloved Lisa was the one who told me, I am a born teacher. I am here to teach. That's what I'm good at. And I have done it many, many times. I taught workshops. I did the Red Door, which some of you know of. It's what we called it spiritual entertainment. It was once a month where we did message, music, movement, and meditation is what we did. And the message was always me, and it was totally extemporaneous. And I would do 10 or 15 minutes on a particular subject, and then we would move on to the other things. But it was spiritual entertainment is what we called it. But it was about teaching for me. When I was up in the front of the room, when I was on the stage, it was about teaching a particular lesson in 10, 15, 20 minutes. I did my workshop. My workshop was called Rewire Your Brain. Now people go, rewire your brain. Everybody does rewire your brain. Well, I did it over a decade ago when the only other person in the world that I was aware of who was using the word rewire in any sense, in a sentence even, was Joe Dispenza. And so I had this great workshop, but it was about teaching, and I had a purpose there. But there was an interesting factor with both the Red Door and the workshop. I never ever managed to monetize them to the point where I was making enough money that could be my focus, that my purpose and my livelihood could be the same. Now, I think it can be the same for some people. I think it's extraordinary if you can do that, but I don't think it has to be that. And I'm stepping into a space in my life right now, just in the last month. My purpose is not to make money. I have to make some money. Okay. Even though I'm 71 years old, I don't have a retirement account. I get a very nice Social Security check, but I don't have an income of a job. I have my assorted different network marketing things that bring me in some money every month. I am not focused on them the way I have been in the past, so that I can get a sense of releasing them as purpose. And I'm now back in that kind of that question. What's my purpose? What is my purpose? And I go back to what I said earlier. My purpose is to be a beneficial presence. That is my purpose. In fact, I think to a large extent, any conscious human being, the reason they're here is to be a beneficial presence. And it took me all of these years to get to this point where I think that's the reason I even exist. That's the reason that overarching creative intelligence put me here, was to be a beneficial presence. And I believe that each and every one of us was put here at this time in history to be a beneficial presence, which means all of the negative BS that you are participating in, all of the unwelcome conditions that are part of your life, they are without question or doubt the direct result of patterns that each of us has developed over the course of our life. Mental patterns, what we think, what we believe. Joe Dispenza would explain to you in very vivid detail that what you think about and what you believe and what goals you set, what intentions you have, all create emotions. And those emotions are what spark the creation of existence. If your emotions And your emotions, by the way, are the barometer of how you're living your life. If your emotions are positive, upbeat, if your emotions make you feel good all the time, if you feel like, wow, life is good, life is grand, I can't wait to experience the next moments of my life. If that's the space from which you come, you're going to have a very, very happy and rewarding life. Because your thoughts, your ideas, your intentions are creating those positive emotions, which are then firing your life. Now, one of Joe Dispenza's keys is always to then take all of that and bring it into the space of meditation. And he doesn't like to use the word visualization. He likes to use the words practice. Bring into your consciousness, rehearsing what today's going to look like, rehearsing what this week is going to look like, rehearsing what this month is going to look like. Rehearse in your brain and rehearse it in such a way that all of the thoughts, ideas, and intentions you create from that thought process, they fire these emotions of gratitude, of great appreciation for what it is you have put together as what is going to be the reality of your life. And as you rehearse this over and over and over and over and over again, Joe Dispenza says that there is no way that you cannot then have that be your experience. The overarching creative intelligence, that quantum field, that infinite ocean of possibilities manifests to us exactly what it is that we have become emotionally projecting. The flip side is also true. If I am emotionally depressed, if I am emotionally upset, if all of my thoughts, if I'm pissed off all the time, if all I can do is think about politics, and trust me, there's a biggie for me, man. I'm a political junkie. What I have to continually do with myself is experience what I want to experience so that I am knowledgeable and so that I have the information I want to have in my head, but at the same time then divorce myself from that information so that information is not creating negative experiences in my thought processes, which are generating negative emotions, which make me feel pissed off. And if I'm pissed off, what I'm going to experience in this life is plenty of stuff to keep me pissed off. Another swig. So what I'm wrestling with in my life is if my main purpose is to be a beneficial presence on the planet, if my main purpose is to be a beneficial presence in the universe, what then is the microcosmic purpose of each minute, of each day? Is it all defined by what's going on in my experience in the moment? And I think yes is the answer to that. And if it is, what's next? And what's next is the conscious and consistent attempt to always be rehearsing the joy, the gratitude, the appreciation of that next moment so that I always know without a question or a doubt that next moment is going to be just that. Something to be grateful and appreciative and joyous about. And as I'm saying this to you, as I'm saying, this is all coming out of my head. I have no notes. I have no thought. I didn't even know what the hell I was going to talk about today. As this is coming out of my mouth, I'm saying to myself, oh my God, this is it for me. This is what I am here to be and to do and to experience. Cindy Vargas out there, she's making the comment. She says that she's a born nurturer. You know what, Cindy? And I absolutely believe to my core that women are hardwired to be nurturers. And I think that's one of the reasons why we need more feminine energy at this time in history, because I think the paternalistic philosophies and constructs of the day have served us poorly, and I believe are failing right before our very eyes. We need that feminine energy. We need that nurturing energy more than we need breath, as long as we can breathe and the air is clean enough to breathe. Again, I can see you folks are out there. Please make a comment, say hi, let me know where you're watching me from, where you're at. I'm going to have another sip here of my Cbd Infused Coffee. I love this stuff in the afternoon. I can have a cup, doesn't keep me awake, makes me feel good, makes me feel alive and alert, without, again, no flash and crash like caffeine. or regular coffee, because there's caffeine in it, of course. So I guess the question is then, for what I'm proposing here, I guess, is the idea of questioning yourself. What is your purpose? Hi, Lee. Wow. Watching while floating in the pool, enjoying your message. I am incredibly jealous. I'm sure there in Colorado, it's a lovely day. It's probably too hot, but I'll tell you what. Here in Raleigh, North Carolina, just for the hell of it, let's go look just for fun here, folks. It's 90 degrees here, which is the coolest it's been in several hours. It's 90 degrees. The humidity is 60%, which means the temperature on your skin feels like 100. Anyway, Lee, thank you so much for joining me, darling. It's good to see your little icon there, your little what is that? Your avatar. What I'm proposing here, what I'm sending out there is, if you're somebody like me who has had that notion in your mind of, what is my purpose? Why am I here? Just reflect on the idea of what I'm saying, that you can be here solely with the idea of being a beneficial presence. And then part of my affirmations in the morning is, what do I do this day to demonstrate every moment of this day that I am a beneficial presence? And then purpose is a moment by moment thing. Especially if you're someone in the healing arts, or if you're someone in alternative professions, you're a coach, or you're a counselor. Your purpose varies with each client, doesn't it? No two clients are the same. If you're in sales, if you're in my world, if you're in the affiliate marketing world, and I represent dozens of products from 3 different companies. Every single person I talk to presents me with a new opportunity of purpose, because my purpose is going to vary with them. And when it's all said and done, whatever the purpose is with them as individuals, at the end, my purpose has to have been to be a beneficial presence for them. And if I'm doing that, then I'm a beneficial presence in the world, aren't I? I hope some of that makes sense. It's what I'm kind of going through. I'm really kind of thinking out loud here to you guys, with you guys. It's it's the old expression, you teach what you need to learn. And I guess I'm learning on the fly here, and I'm giving you my thought processes, or my thoughts in the moment, as far as how this all transpires, how it unfolds to get to a point where I think for the first time in 71 years, I got a little bit of a handle on what my purpose is for being here. Right now, my purpose is to try and do a great podcast. My purpose is to try and get all of you people I can see who are out there watching to make a comment. Say hi. Say something. Tell me where you're watching from. And I have the final sip of my CBD Infused Coffee here. I mentioned earlier in the show that I'm as clear as I can be about the efficacy of CBD as the most amazing plant medicine and plant nutrition on the planet. And I want you all to know, this is not a sales pitch. I do CBD every single day. Of course, I'm an affiliate marketer for the world's greatest CBD, the largest direct-to-consumer CBD company in the world. And the reason for that is because we produce the cleanest, the purest, and the most highly concentrated CBD product you're going to find anywhere, anytime, any place. We can trace every single bottle of CBD from the seed to the bottle, and everything is third-party validated as to the quality, knowing that you're getting in that bottle exactly what we say you're getting. But the reason to tell you that is because I am clear as a bell. CBD is, without a question or a doubt, the most important natural ingredient we can put in our body. Every single cell of your body, I shouldn't say it that way. Virtually, almost every cell of your body has receptors for cannabinoids. Cannabinoids are any one of over 100 chemical compounds that are part of the cannabis plant, whether it's cannabis indica or sativa, which is the difference between hemp and the marijuana plant, as most of us would commonly define it. those cannabinoids affect literally every cell of your body. They stimulate every cell in your body. And what the cannabinoids do, what the cannabinoids that we have good solid science on would be CBD, CBG, and THC. THC is tetrahydrocannabinol. That is the one that gets us high. Okay, I'm not interested in that one. CBG, I'm not sure. I have read the name and it doesn't stick in my head. CBD is cannabidiol. Cannabidiol is, again, one of the cannabinoids in the hemp plant, and its purpose is to promote homeostasis, which is balance. It promotes balance in your body. Now, if you are any kind of a practitioner working with other people, what you need to be aware of is that the almost universal effects of CBD, as far as helping to promote homeostasis, are better sleep, an absolute decrease in stress, and in very varying degrees, depending on who you are and what's involved and where, blah, 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 pain relief. Pain relief is not universal, and it's not the same for everybody. I've had tremendous benefits from CBD and some nerve pain, sciatica pain. Not everybody's going to get that, but I know people who've gotten different kinds of relief of different kinds of pain. If you're working with people, the number one cause of all the distresses that you are dealing with them about is stress. It's stress. People are stressed out beyond belief, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically. If you want to take your practice to a new level, add a renewable to your practice. If you're somebody who works with people who are stressed out in any way, shape, or form, once again, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically, if they're stressed out, get them the number one natural stress reliever on the planet, CBD, and add an income stream to your business. Now, I didn't mean that as a promotional pitch, but that's just a true thing for anybody who's a coach, a chiropractor, a massage therapist, a counselor of any kind, somebody who's working with people on addiction. There's been any number of studies that show CBD helps to relieve some of the causation behind addiction. A million different reasons to use CBD. I'm not sure why I went off on that tangent. And Lee, I didn't ignore your comment there. I see it. Your purpose is to inspire others to follow their dreams through purposeful action. And that's beautiful. Absolutely incredibly beautiful. And when you're doing that, each individual person, of course, you are performing what you perform as a beneficial presence in that person's life. And make no mistake, everything affects everything. Einstein said that as well. If you are working with someone and absolutely being a beneficial presence to them, you are a beneficial presence all the way up. To the neighborhood, to your town, to the state, to the country, to the world, to the universe. You are a beneficial presence. And that, I believe, is why we are all here, is to do that. All right, I can see some of you out there. You got a question? You got a thought? I'm here. I want to answer your questions if you have any. I want you to remember always that New Thought Media Network is a non-profit organization. We thrive on your donations. Go to newthoughtmedia.org. That's ntmedia.org. Click on donate. Whatever you have. We'll take $1, we'll take 1,000, whatever it is that you would like to donate to us to just help us to continue to do what we're doing. If you like the entertainment, if you like the messages, if you like the whole underlying purpose of New Thought Media Network, then please contribute and help us to stay here. I mentioned the CBD. The CBD is the sponsor of this show. It is HempWorks, and HempWorks is the largest distributor, direct-to-consumer distributor of CBD products in the world. Also, the largest line you're going to find anywhere of CBD and hemp-infused products. So, if you're interested in that, I'm here. And that is the sponsor of the show. And so I'm thrilled to have you inspect that anywhere, anytime, any place. And it's, and if you go to my page, it's hempworks.com/Ken Ludwig. And Hempworks, of course, is with NX. You can reach me at teamrockitnow@gmail.com, or you can reach me on my branded Facebook page with my beloved Lisa, which is Vibrant Aging. Of course, Vibrant Aging goes hand in hand with this show, Vibrant Living. Once again, there it is. Go to ntmedia.org, click on donate, and donate to the show, to the network. Or if it's because of the show, make sure you let them know that. That's all I got for you today. I know I call this the Vibrant Living Hour, but it's the Vibrant Living as long as I can talk. In the next couple of weeks, I'm going to have some fabulous guests on. I'm going to have a coach on by the name of Jenny Perry from New Jersey. I'm going to have a dear, dear friend of mine, a chiropractor, and just kind of a holistic coach, if you will, a holistic superstar. Dr. Tracy Norman from Jamaica is going to be a guest on the show here in the next couple of weeks. We'll probably do a recorded show, but she'll be on the show. If you have any questions, now is the time to ask them, because we're going to call it a day here very shortly. As always, I am immensely grateful for the great gift that is your time and your attention. I wish you all the love and all the blessings that the universe has to offer. I hope you will join me every single Thursday for another edition of the Vibrant Living Hour. And until then, my friends, namaste.